Hey guys, William here. It is Wednesday morning here in the Philippines. It is Holy Week, and we thought we'd make a video today. I was talking to a cab driver, and he said, William, I like you and Junie Lee's channel, and I'd like you to make a video about unlocking the myths and misconceptions about the Philippines. So that's what we're going to talk about, guys. Unlocking the myths and misconceptions about the Philippines. We'll be right back. Hey guys, William here. Welcome to Junie Lee and William's Adventures. We're back here again from the Philippines. It is Holy Week, and we wanted to talk to you about a subject. And what we wanted to talk about was unlocking the myths and misconceptions about the Philippines. Like you saw on our thumbnail, there have been many movies made about terrorism and so many things about the Philippines. The movie that we saw about the plane that crashed in the jungle-ish region of the Philippines and how the terrorists kidnapped them. And it was a great movie. But remember, guys, it was a movie. It was fiction. So these are some of the things. So guys, these are some of the things that we wanted to discuss for a few minutes about the misconceptions and the myths. Are some of the things that we're going to talk about, are they fact, are they fiction, or are they outright just lies that were made up? Well guys, we got to always realize when we go to the movies to watch a movie, it's to entertain us, guys. I've been living here in the Philippines for nearly 2 years, so I want to try to separate. As I was talking to a cab driver coming from Cebu City, he said, William, on Junie Lee and William's Adventures, would you make a video about unlocking the myths and misconceptions about living in the Philippines or being Filipino? So this is just what we want to talk about for a little while, guys. Let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about safety. Is it safe in the Philippines? Well, is it safe in Philadelphia? Is it safe in Los Angeles? Is it safe in New Orleans? These are the questions that we have to ask ourselves, guys. Is it 100% safe anywhere? There's petty crime and all kinds of crime that no matter where you would go, there's going to be some sort of crime, guys. But I would say that living here in the Philippines, I find it less crime than in the Western world, in the United States in particular. Unless you go to the Jolu Peninsula or up in the Sulu or up in the autonomous region, and you go and look for a jungle place where there are rebels that don't agree with the government, then you're not going to get kidnapped. That's a myth. It's not fact, guys. You're not going to get taken for ransom going around to most of the resorts and beaches in the Philippines. 90% of the places that you go are totally safe. You're not going to get attacked. It's a non-aggressive society. I know you hear things on the news recently about a man that had got shot in an altercation outside a club, but that is not the norm, guys. So let's first talk about that myth about safety. The Philippines is relatively safe, whether that's in Manila City, the outlying cities, Makati, Ermita, the places that you would go. You would have to put yourself in a bad situation in Cebu City, in Davao, any of these places that you would go, especially to the resorts and gated communities, guys. They're very safe. I felt never once did I feel unsafe for almost the 2 years that I've been here in the Philippines and the 3 visits I made before that. So the issue of safety to me is more misconception and myth and Hollywood than reality. So let's put that to rest. The safety issues is just as safe or more safe than anywhere else in the world, in the Philippines. The people are very accommodating to tourists. They welcome tourists, they welcome the economy. Next, we want to talk about the misconception. They say, well, William, a lot of the girls wear braces on their teeth. And what's that about? Well, guys, a lot of times in the United States, kids get braces when they're young because their family has enough money to afford to go to the dentist, guys, and get braces. Usually here in the Philippines, where the economy is good, it's booming, matter of fact, and a lot of building going on and those things, but the income level is very low. The average might be $330 to $400 a month for someone working a full-time job. But remember, their living and cost of living is at the level of their pay. So it doesn't appear to them that they're in poverty because they're used to living at that level, guys. It's not like they're living at the level of pay that we're getting in the US, let's say, guys. If we get paid $1,500 a week, remember our outgoing money is adjusted to what our pay is. So it's really the same. So that's another myth, that everybody is poor in the Philippines. I've seen very wealthy people here in the Philippines, guys. There is a lot of poverty, but there's also a lot of wealth. People take vacations, people enjoy their life, they sing, they go to beach vacations, and a lot of that is myth, guys, not fact. And take it from someone that's living here and have seen with my own eyes in different islands that I went to, that that's the case, guys. Remember, the Philippines is made up of over 7,400 to 600 islands. A lot of them are habitable, some are inhabitable. So that is another myth. But back to the braces, guys. A lot of times why you see the women with braces, because they're able, when they work, to afford to then in their years of maybe 19 to 25 to 30 to get braces, guys, and correct their dental work that they weren't able to get when they were young because the family was poor. Matter of fact, guys, having braces, my wife tells me, is almost a status symbol to those from 20 to 35. A status symbol that you're making good money enough to have braces to straighten your teeth or correct dental flaws, guys. And so when you see a Filipino with braces on, it's just the opposite, guys. It's actually a status symbol that you're doing well in life. So that's a myth about the Filipino with the braces on. This is something that's well received in the Philippines. This is a status symbol, and it means that you're doing well financially, guys. Let's talk about some of the other myths in the Philippines, that the people are not friendly and that, you know, people are argumentative. This is all fact. Actually, we could put that in the realm of lies, guys. The Philippines is one of the most accommodating, friendliest countries that you're ever going to visit or be part of, guys. It is actually, one of their names is the Islands of Friendly People, guys. Remember, guys, comment. Your comments are welcome. What do you think about unlocking these myths and misconceptions, guys? Some of you of our subscribers that have been to the Philippines, let me know what you think about this video, guys, and this subject. Those of you that are planning to come to the Philippines, it's important to separate and unlock the real truth and unlock the myths and the misconceptions so that you will know what is real and what is lies, guys. Once again, we want to talk about another misconception or myth, that it's expensive to travel in the Philippines. This is actually a myth, guys. This is not fact. It's inexpensive to travel in the Philippines. A plane from one end of the island to another island probably would cost you about $30 US, guys. That's about what it would cost to fly from Mactan Airport to Boracay Island, which is a blue water, white sand beach resort area. You could take a ferry for $20 to beaches that are within 2 hours of Cebu or Cebu City. If you were living in the Manila area or the Luzon area, guys, you would be an hour's flight or 2 hours flight away from any of the beach resorts that you would want to go to, which are all relatively, by American standards, guys, inexpensive. You might spend $200, maybe $300 for maybe a 3 to 4 days to 7 days at a beach resort that's a stone's throw away from the beach, guys, in very luxurious accommodations, most of them, guys. It could be according to whatever level money you're ready to spend, but it would all be relatively pennies on the dollar compared to going to Florida or going to California or any of the resorts or any of the beautiful areas in the United States. So guys, that's what we're doing here today with this video at Junie Lai and Williams Adventures. We're unlocking the myths and misconceptions about the Philippines. As the cab driver had stated and related to me, guys, he said that the Filipino people do not want the misconceptions and the untruths that is being told about the Philippines to be told, that they want the facts to be set straight, that the Philippines mostly, as in any country, has crime, but the crime rates are down, guys. As I said, I've been all through Manila. I've been through the Luzon area at night walking around. I've been through Cebu City at night, guys, walking around. Unless you go to a club and act boisterous and loud and get drunk and put yourself in a bad situation, the Philippines is going to be safe for you to travel anywhere in the country, guys. Unless you're going to go to an autonomous region where the embassy, the U.S. Embassy, tells you not to go, and go into an area, mountainous region, that they tell you not to go to. Unless you parachute in there, you're not going to get kidnapped, guys. That's a myth. So this is going to be our first video in unlocking the myths and misconceptions regarding the Philippines. Remember, guys, a lot of people relocate to the Philippines. It's #1 in the world of one of the lowest cost of living places that you could move to retire and become an expat or visit on vacation. One of the most beautiful island nations in the world, guys, with one of the lowest cost of livings in the world. You could live in a gated community here in the Philippines, guys, for maybe $400, $200 to $400 to $600 tops. If you wanted to spend more than that, you would be living a wealthy life here in the Philippines. I won't go into how much the cost of living, that's another video. But in this video, guys, I wanted to talk about unlocking the myths and misconceptions of the Philippines. And so we're going to come back again with another video, guys, on this subject. But for now, that's what we wanted you to know. The Philippines, comparable to cities in the U.S., is definitely very safe. Unless you put yourself in an unsafe situation, guys, you will be safe. Your money goes farther here in the Philippines because of the low cost of living. Food is cheaper. Everything is pennies on the dollar compared to the U.S. I think that the U.S. dollar is worth 55 to 1 now against the peso, which means every one of your U.S. dollars is worth 55 Philippine pesos, guys. As you see, I am sitting in a gated community here, and the rent here is about $350. Sometimes you could get a place in here for maybe $200 US, guys. This is a secure gated community with 3 entrances with a guard at each entrance. So remember, guys, don't believe all the things that you see or read, guys. A lot of times you're not getting information from people that are boots on the ground, as we are here at Junie Lai and Williams Information. So let's be able to separate, guys, and unlock the myths and misconceptions from actual facts and truth. We'll get back to you next time with some more unlocking the myths and misconceptions in the Philippines. Till then, enjoy every day, because tomorrow is not promised. See you next time, guys, at Junie Lai and Williams Adventures.